All right. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much. Today is Friday, the 22nd of April, and this is Oliver Blue, and I am your co host of Truly Live. And yes, we are on live tonight here on our YouTube channel. And so get your favorite beverage, your most comfortable seat, and just plan to be with us for this hour of information, inspiration, transformation, and empowerment. And Yolanda and I will be right back. All right.
find a way to escape all the pressure I feel growing inside of me, because I'm far away from you, knowing that you are my source, so I gotta find my way. I see no light in front of me. Come to the conclusion that you are the eyes that see past all confusion to a place called sanity. You take my hand, I'm free.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's edition of Truly Live. We are here. We are live. We are overjoyed. We are so happy. We've had a long day, but it's been a great day.
A great day.
We started early this morning digging around in transformation, digging around in spirituality, and it's been all day long. And so we are here tonight, so grateful, so happy that you are joining us tonight. And I can see already that we have our super duper patrons from the great state of Indiana already in the house.
Our VIP patrons,
Yes.
Bob and Carol.
Bob and Carol.
And our dear friends.
Yes. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my God. I'll see our friend from Canada.
Hello.
Hello, Brenda. Thank you for being here, Brenda. Oh my God. We feel energy when we see your name, Brenda.
Bob and Carol said greetings and blessings to everyone. And then they said, you two look beautiful in your purple.
Oh, we feel royal tonight.
And guess what? And we feel even more special here. You hold it.
Oh, yes.
Because I got my other comfort bird in
Yes.
today. You have to hold it like this, sweetie. You have to like, I got my other comfort bird in. Okay.
Can you see?
Oh, we need. You know what? I'm gonna have to put them on a little stand so that they can actually be in focus.
Oh, it's in mine. It's focused now. Look.
No, you're blurry.
Yes.
The little birds are blurry. You're good. The birds are blurry, but
Mm.
these are our talented friends, Bob and Carol, who Bob carves these. I have one out of mahogany wood and one out of barnwood, old barnwood, and it's absolutely beautiful. The one in barnwood came today, and it actually came with a little heart on the side. So I'm gonna have to take a picture and put this up so you guys can see. And I am overjoyed.
Absolutely
Yay.
beautiful. Thank you so much, Bob and Carol. Bob is very talented craftsman. Yes.
These are comfort birds.
Yes.
And your timing was absolutely perfect. I don't have grief, but my favorite aunt did pass, and so we've been supporting the family this week. And wow, it was just absolutely on time, just absolutely on time.
Absolutely.
So thank you guys
time.
so much. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you guys so much. Yolanda and I are really excited today.
Brenda said they're beautiful birds.
Yes.
They are.
Yes.
You know what we'll do is we'll have to bring our friends on and let you guys we'll let them tell about that and give you guys the opportunity to if you'd like to be blessed by these, give you a chance to get those too.
Absolutely.
All right. We've got another patron that's in here, Dr. Jill.
Dr.
Hello.
Jill.
Good evening, Dr.
Doctor
Jill.
is in the house. Good evening, Jill. So glad that you are here with us. And tonight's going to be very, very interesting. Very going to be somewhat of a continuation of the vibe that we've been in for the last 2 weeks. But we're going to change our focus from the F word to the L word tonight.
Ooh.
The L word.
The F word was powerful.
Yes. And
that F word was forgiveness.
Yes. And the L word is not lack.
No.
So we'll let you think about that for a minute. So this is episode 38. And thank you so much. And for those that may be joining us for the first time and you're wondering, who are these lovely people sitting here on this beautiful Friday afternoon? Well, we are the OK Blues, and we are the co-founders of Truly Live, your weekly talk show.
Oh, it's a talk show.
Or talk program, as you like to call it, where we share what we call relevant information, inspiration, transformation, and empowerment. And this beautiful lady to my right, her name is
Yolanda.
And I'm Oliver. And we're so happy that you're here.
We're glad you guys are here.
So glad that you're here. And we bring you 31 plus years of partnership, marriage, friendship. I mean, we've been through it. You name it, we've been through it, and we come through it with flying colors. We made A plus. We are valedictorians.
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 Okay,
That
that
means
was a
we're
new
at the
one.
top of our class. No one could have passed the class like we passed it.
No one like us.
No one like us. We wrote the test. We answered the test, and we graded the test, and we made A plus.
Look at you.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, we are proud parents of three very distinct young adult teenagers, young adults who are out of our house, but they created a classroom for Yolanda and I to grow and develop, to learn all the lessons:
And we-
forgiveness,
and we-
love, patience.
And we are grateful.
And we are grateful for them and for the opportunity.
Yes, yes.
And we are grateful that they're out of the house and they're on their own and they're doing very
You know,
well.
he never says that until we're in front of the camera. He never says that. What he says when we're not in front of the camera is, "Hey, when are you coming? Hey, can we get together? Hey, can we?" So I'm like, "Why? What's the focus on them being out of the house?"
Hey, and we also are. I don't have an answer. And we're also proud grandparents, and we're going to be celebrating his his second birthday, his second year on the planet next month, and we may even bring him on the show for that week. I don't know. We have to talk to his parents first.
Well, you put that out there, but you already know the answer.
I already know the answer, and so we all, yeah, and we also the proud grandparents of an eight-year-old teacup Yorkie.
7-year-old.
7-year-old teacup Yorkie.
He was our first four-legged,
our first granddog,
silky, furry grand.
And his name is Kona, and he loves the camera.
Yes, he does.
And we're honored to be in close relationship with some phenomenal people, and we was with those phenomenal people all during the day today.
Wow.
Yolanda and I, along with some of you, have been attending the Peer Present Conference, where they are sharing on the subject of knowing thyself. Know thyself. And it has started out with a bang, with some very renowned speakers that have gone forth today and have shared some great information with us today. And in fact, Yolanda, upon completion of tonight's show, she has to host one of the sessions tonight at 8:30.
That's right.
So she's a busy lady.
Got Kate Greaves coming on tonight.
Yes, Kate Greaves. And if you haven't registered for this 3-day conference, which will be going on which have gone on all day today and doesn't end till
Sunday
10 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
And it's all day tomorrow and all day Sunday with some of the world's most renowned teachers, speakers, in the area. Yes, in the area of non-duality, as well as Course in Miracle teachers. They're just great. It doesn't matter what their background is. These people are very seasoned, and they are very good at what they do in sharing spirituality. So if you haven't registered, come on and register. You can still register. The conference is free, and it's sponsored by Pure Present Conferences, Bill Free and Lisa Natoli. And you can go to my Facebook page. Go to my Facebook page, Oliver Blue, and there's a link there where you can just hit the link and go in and register. Registration is free, but you do have to register in order to get into the conference. And it's over 25 global, international speakers and teachers that are known around the world, for the work that they do in the world. And it is so needed now in the world that we find ourselves in. And so if you haven't registered, go over there again and register and come and join us for the next 2 days. In fact, Yolanda and I, we have a session tomorrow at 2:45. Mm-hmm. We have a session tomorrow at 2:45. We have a 90-minute session where we're going to basically have a open floor discussion and give all of the attendees. There's over 3,000 people that's registered, but there's plenty of room for you. It's a virtual conference. You can enjoy it from the comfort of your own home, just like you enjoy Truly Live. So get on over there. If you're looking for some more spiritual awareness, that's the place to be this weekend.
And if you want to spend some time where you're going to get a tremendous return on your investment of time.
Yes.
It's time very well spent.
Yes. Time very well spent.
Dr. Jill says it's a good conference. Yes, it is.
All right.
And Carol, we've seen you in some of the sessions. Carol says,
We
"See
seen
you
Carol
tonight."
We seen Carol on the front seat,
Yes,
front
she was
row.
on the front row.
Yes. So Brenda or Jill's already in, and any other out there that is looking again for some opportunity to expand your spiritual awareness, this conference is for you. So what we do here at Truly Live each Friday night at 7 p.m. on our exclusive YouTube channel. Remember, we're exclusively on YouTube now. And what we do is share timeless content, universal principles, transformational practices, and community access with others who are committed to experience a deeper, more meaningful life. So if you're here, you're one of those people. We also share our decade of experience from our journey together. And we've been journeying together, like I said, going on 32 years. And if you didn't know it, what I think is most important about us is what we are a fun-loving, dance-loving couple.
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
I think so. And so if you like fun, if you like joy, happiness, if you like a little levity, if you like good food, right?
Yes.
If you like good conversation, if you like what we call advanced spirituality, if you like what transformation, you are in the right place. You're in the right place. And so we have used laughter and fun to get through some of our challenges, and have made an A+ on all of them. So that's our credentials, and we are accredited.
Oh, we're accredited. Okay.
Yes, that's what qualifies us. You know, what qualifies us to teach transformation is that we have not only been trained, but we've also experienced it. We've tested it, and we provide a transformational system or tool for transformation that can help anyone to get different results in their life. And so that's what Truly Live is all about. It's an extension of our business called Truly OB, which is a personal development company where coaching is our primary service.
Yes. I have placed the link for the registration for the conference for the balance of the weekend, which includes, if you register, you can actually get on tonight. And that link is the link is free, but registration is required. So I have posted that in the chat. And so we'd love to see you guys there, and we know that it would benefit you greatly. All right. So let me tell you why we do what we do. We want others to know that their life has deep meaning and good purpose. And we help them to consider and pursue the results that matter most to them so that they can live a focused life with purposed attention. Our passion is to help those who remain outside, unknowing, unawakened, and in need of a witness to the truth that is true always. We love sharing a powerful message with you all, a powerful people. Oh, I see that our another patron and dear friend is on there, Sue. Hello. Sue says, oh, let's put it up.
Yeah.
So Sue's on too. Sue said, hello there. The first 3 events of the conference today were fantastic.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, they were.
And that include the opening with Bill. That include the
music with Jackie Greaves, who wrote a song last night,
the night before,
and performed this song for us this morning. It was entitled Pure Awareness, and it was just phenomenal. She is a very talented singer. And then we've had some absolutely wonderful speakers,
wonderful presentations.
In the very first presentation, what I learned is I only know what I do not know. I loved that. I was like,
that was Rupert?
No, that was Daniel. That was Daniel Schmidt. Yes, it was.
Well, why don't I share one of my takeaways from the conference? And if you're Sue or
Dr. Jill.
Dr. Jill or Carol, if you would like to share in the chat one of your takeaways from this morning, we'll be open to post that, and we want to hear
Yes,
from
we
you.
will.
And let me share one of mine. Hmm.
So many.
It says,
It
it
says.
says,
It says.
awakening is the laying bare of the self we always are.
See, guys, this is the kind of stuff that we immerse ourselves in, so that we can stay on our growing edge.
Yeah, it says awakening is just laying bare. It's just what being yourself. And he went on to say that it's nothing really phenomenal, nothing remarkable about enlightenment. But enlightenment is one of the most natural things
Yes.
that can happen. It's like waking up from sleep, going from being unconscious to conscious. It's the most natural thing that can happen to any being on the planet.
Okay, Sue said Daniel was really good. Yes.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
he was.
And
Dr. Jill, yeah, jump on, jump on.
yes. And I was in the
Amodama.
Amoda Ma's presentation, and I'm telling, she's fantastic. Uh, what did she said so many things. She talked about the eye in the midst of the storm.
Yes.
The eye in the midst of the storm. In other words, the eye in the midst of the storm is, can we what have enough awareness about us to be aware in the midst of the storm? It's one thing to be in meditation and be aware. It's one thing to be sitting in quietness and being aware, but can we be aware in the midst of what? In the midst of the storm. And so that was wonderful. And she talked about panic. She said panic is the personal self scrambling to maintain its identity. So when we're in panic, that means that what our uh, personal ego self is trying to what? He's struggling to maintain its identity.
Yes.
Because what it sees coming is what? It's death.
Yes.
I love that.
So if you think that all of these concepts are kind of out there, hey, listen, Rupert said this morning, we do not have to like everyone, but we do have to love them, because what we do is we acknowledge that the same source that is in us is the source that is in them as well.
The source
and
that's in
that
everyone.
is what we want to
Yes.
speak to and love. That's what we want to love.
Yes. Yes.
So see, there's practical stuff that's going on always.
Yes. And Sue says, I've listened to the what? Oh, the Samadhi files before.
Okay, time
to revisit.
Yeah,
yes.
well,
In fact, all three of those presentations are going to be shared during the conference.
That's right. As a matter of fact, part one is on.
It's on probably
is on
right now.
Yeah,
yes.
part one is on now.
Yes.
So, and Sue also said, which I love, that she said, I'm learning more every day that awareness is everything.
That awareness is everything. That awareness is who we are.
Yes.
And if I don't know if you guys were with us from the very beginning, but our very first truly live broadcast, we started out having a conversation on awareness. Because at the time that we were getting started, we had come to an understanding, just like Sue says, that awareness is everything. It is synonymous to consciousness. So to be conscious and to be aware is what life in reality is all about. If there's no consciousness and if there's no awareness, then we can have no experience. So consciousness
we certainly can't have a positive experience.
Yeah. So consciousness and awareness is basically the backdrop by which we have all our experiences.
Yes.
And we are aware of what we are experiencing. Yes. So that makes us one with life itself, one with reality itself.
And our acceptance of awareness is what stops the struggle.
Yes, it's what stopped the struggle. And Carol and Bob said, what? Awareness is all there is.
All there is.
That's all there is. So awareness is synonymous with whatever supreme being that you honor or call, whether it's God or whether it's Buddha or whatever name you name. It's the supreme being, or it's the supreme reality,
It's the
and it's
source
the source,
of all.
right? And the one quality that is all encompassing within that one source is awareness.
I thought you were going to say that awareness was synonymous to love.
It is synonymous
Yes,
to love.
because that is what it is.
That's what it is.
Yes.
And love, basically, is the experience of awareness.
Is
It's
the-
what we're gonna get in. Oh, I think
Oh.
I think we gave away the secret. We're gonna be talking about love tonight, you all.
I don't know. Are we going to get to this or not?
I don't know. Hey, we're already talking about love. Everything that we say is love. Remember, love is all there is. Awareness is all there is. So everything we do, everything we experience, every sensation we have, every emotion, uh every activity, every event.
I'm going to put this one up. Brenda actually typed this comment a little while ago. She said, "Your smiles say it all." We are really charged. I mean,
Yeah, we are charged.
Yeah, this
But
is.
we're not charged just because the
No.
conference is going on.
No.
We are charged because we take our joy and happiness to the conference.
Yes.
And we just add our joy and happiness with all the other beings that are there, all the other participants. And it becomes what's that say? Suprements. Yeah. So we become supercharged.
Thanks, Bob and Carol.
Yes, it is. It is such a good place to be in.
Yeah. And this is also why I have no grief. This is my favorite aunt, who loved me so gently and so dearly. I love and appreciate her. I love her, and she has 3 children, so I have 3 cousins, and we all got together and just had a time of fellowship and love with them last night. So
yes, absolutely.
So for those of you who know love, I thank you for holding the
that
space of energy,
Yes.
and the space and the energy of love for my dear family.
And we had a great fellowship with them
We
last
had a
night.
wonderful fellowship.
Yes. Yolanda and I took our love. We took our smiles. We took our joy. We took our peace. And we fellowship.
We took our comfort.
We took our comfort. And
we joined all of that.
We joined all of that
with my other cousins.
With her family.
With the 3 cousins.
And the whole event was just full of joy. There was no sadness anywhere.
No.
There's no reason to be sad. Why? Because happiness is our function. Happiness is our purpose.
And love is who we are.
And love is who we are.
And she certainly is. She certainly was lovely.
Absolutely. And she would have it no other way than for us to continue her legacy. Yes. Of being the expression of love, of being the expression of joy and happiness and peace.
Yeah. I had no intention of talking about my cousins, but I love them dearly, and I love my aunt, and I will always love her.
Yes. And so we're just, man, I tell you, we're just so excited. We're so full of love. And oh my God.
He's even been very romantic this week too.
Ooh.
That's what I said. Ooh.
Well, so
all right.
We're going to move on to the next segment of our show. We always like to acknowledge, first of all, our patrons. Thank you so much for supporting us. We love you
and
so much.
Partnering with us.
Yes. You make this possible. And what we bring to the global community, we bring it with you.
Yes.
We bring it with you in mind. We may be in front of the camera, but we know that right next to us are our patrons.
Yes.
And all of our viewers and supporters. We thank you so
right
much.
With us.
We don't take it for granted.
Yes, right with us is our patrons.
Also, we like to continue to give a shout out. What Carol say?
Bob and Carol said, Oliver, you're just too cool.
Hey, I'm just being me. I don't know any other way to be. See, I haven't always been free like this.
No.
I haven't always been able to express my natural self. I was locked up.
We'll have to do a segment on that.
Yes, we will.
A segment or 2 on that.
Yeah, because I was locked up in my thinking and my thought. I was locked up in the conditioning that I had, and I didn't really know myself. And we're going to talk a little bit tonight about knowing thyself, because that's what love is. There is no love without the knowing of yourself.
So, and that's actually what truly OB is all
That's
about.
what
Truly
truly
OB is about knowing the
it's about knowing
real
the
self.
real you.
Yeah,
That's why
the real
truly
you.
the real you loves you is our core message. It's
And
our
that's
mantra.
because the real you is
Because the
love.
real you is love.
Is love.
That's right there
So
in
that's
our in our branding. So thank you
and
so
that, and
much.
the very first when we first started the business, what we talked about was knowing the self,
Knowing the self.
knowing the true essence of who we really
That's
are.
right.
And
Because we believe that that's
yeah,
really the answer to the one problem that we have.
Carol said, yes, please do. So yes, we will.
Yeah.
We'll have to do a
That's
segment on that.
that we believe we know that that is the answer to the one problem. We see we believe that there's only one problem and there's only one answer. We're going to talk about that a little bit too.
All right. So
So tonight we like to
of course
continue to hold up the country, the people of Ukraine, and all others who are impacted by the events in their country,
all the surrounding
and all the
the surrounding
surrounding
countries.
neighboring countries that are
Yes.
assisting and helping to support them in this challenging time,
And all of you
and
who
all of you.
are supporting
That's
in
right.
whatever way it is that you've
Right.
decided
Yeah.
to express your love.
That's right. Absolutely. And so we hold that space for them continuously, and we still believe for a what each week we believe that it's the last week and there's going to be some type of what ceasefire. There's going to be some type of some type of resolution.
Yes.
All those also like to give a shout out to all those who have celebrated birthdays this week. I have a few friends that have celebrated birthdays, and anyone that's celebrating a birthday in the month of March, we salute you.
How about the month of April?
The month of April.
Since this is the month we're in.
Yeah, I'm still thinking I'm
Are you
celebrating my
still
birthday.
celebrating?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
brought him cake, guys, so maybe that's why he's saying March.
So happy birthday to the April babies.
Yes.
And last but not least, we always like to welcome and acknowledge our parents, Mom Blue and Papa Low.
Papa Lou.
And Mother Blue was my Mother Blue. My mother is in the conference, and she showed up at the
Meetup
Cafe today, and she ended up sharing for about 10, 15
She
minutes.
sure
I mean,
did.
she got to going, and she just was so excited about being in that community. She talked about the growth and the expansion that she has been a part of. As long as I've been on my spiritual journey, she explained that
And
she's
she
been
talked about this growth even though she's been studying
absolutely
and living and practicing for 89
yes,
years. She will be
yes,
90 this year in
yes,
October. And
yes.
she said there is always room
Always
to
room for
expand awareness.
Yes, and so she talked about how the healing of her mind
Yes.
through the Course in Miracle studies and all the other teachings that she's getting, how it has affected her physical her her physical health and her emotional and mental health. And I can say at 89 years old, Mama Blue is living, like she said, the good life.
She's living
She
the good
said, I'm
life.
living the good life.
Sue says your mom rocks, and she most certainly does. She
She
is
does rock.
amazing. So I had gone by my dad's house to drop off some food. Since we're going to be doing this all week, I was actually there late last night, but I was like, let me get a few things, a few extra things. And so I was listening to the conference. And so my dad, who doesn't quite get the whole technology thing, he said, who are all those people that keep talking to you? And I said, well, they were not talking to me. They were actually, speaking on the at the Meetup Cafe, and they were sharing. And so, but my dad thought they were talking to me. So I showed him who they were, and I said, hey, would you like to get on and say hi to the people? He was like, sure, I'll get on and say hi to the people. And that's what he did. He said hi to the people.
And then he said, who am I saying
said,
hi to?
Who am I saying hi to? Yeah, yeah. Sue said, I want to be like your mom when I grow up. Oh, goals. Absolutely.
She's definitely one of my
Absolutely.
examples.
Absolutely.
So we're going to turn the tide here and remind ourselves of the importance of being grateful, the importance of gratitude. And so at this moment in the show, if you would like to share with us something that you're happy and grateful for, just put it in the chat. I can right off the bat say that I am thankful, I am appreciative and kind, and I am so thankful for this Pure Present conference that's going on right now.
Yes.
And so thankful uh,
And for Bill Free
Bill
and
and Lisa and the
Lisa
whole staff.
Natoli and the
Yeah,
whole staff.
at
That's
Pure Presence
yeah,
and
that's Marie Chase and Lindsay Free
yes,
and
Susan,
Susan Telford and Cindy.
Cindy,
What's Cindy's last name?
Cindy.
Cindy.
Yes.
We do, and then we had another host on. Her name was Jenna. Was it?
Yeah.
Anyway,
And we get the opportunity to work
yeah,
with these beautiful people
beautiful people.
in the conference, and we don't take that for granted. We're so happy and grateful to be a part of that community.
Yes.
And if you're not a part of the Pure Present community or the Teachers of God community, uh, Yolanda and I will highly recommend
Yes.
that is a place where you can add to your spiritual growth and spiritual awareness.
Yes.
Great, loving people.
Yes.
So if you are grateful for something out there,
Yeah.
just go ahead and put it in the chat.
So let's just go ahead and we'll just go ahead and read some of these. Bob and Carol said, we are grateful for the power of gratitude. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. And then Sue said, I am grateful for time to plant in the yard, for this weather, for my clients, and for you two and the conference. Oh, Sue, thank you. We're grateful for you as well. And Dr. Jill said, I am happy and grateful for being and staying safe. Namaste to that as well.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to move to our next segment, which is our inspiration and encouragement for this evening before we get into our main topic and before we get into our life lesson tonight. So the inspiration and encouragement quote for tonight comes from one of our resources that we have used over the last 10, 15 years. And it comes from the book called The Way of Mastery.
Yes.
The Way of Mastery. And we chose this particular quote because it's a great lead in into our discussion tonight. And I think Yolanda wants to share.
I most certainly do.
Share the quote with our viewers.
Yes. All right. Let me just do one thing here. I had a little typo, so let me just make that correction. Okay. Tonight's inspirational quote: love embraces all things, allows all things, trusts all things, and thereby transcends all things. That's from The Way of Mastery, lesson 6, page 71. The first part of that quote we have heard frequently in organized religion in the the Bible.
Yes, there's a
Scripture.
There's a scripture in what they call, I think it's 1 Corinthians 13. They call it the love chapter.
The love chapter.
And it gives a description. It attempts to give a description of what love looks like in its expression.
It's not an attempt. What it does is it is expressing a little bit about what love is. It's not something that can be done, can be exhausted. As a matter of fact, that was that's what our vows were when we got married. We didn't use traditional. We didn't use the traditional vows. We didn't do the in sickness and in health, and we didn't do that. We used that, and that was one of the scriptures that we used.
Oh, really? Okay, good. I don't remember. All I remember is we had cake. we had cake and we had family.
And Oliver kicked them out.
And I kicked them out when the service was over. I told them there's no need for them to hang around. So love embraces all things. Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
All things. That means what? Nothing is excluded. So love is what? Very confident about itself.
Yes.
Love is not what? Love is not timid, but love is very confident. It's a love embraces all things, allows all things to be as they are. You have to have a whole lot of confidence to not want to go in correction mode, but to allow things to be exactly the way they are. Mm-hmm. It takes what? It takes the nature of love to be that way. Love trusts all things. Wow. Can you imagine the way we have been conditioned over the years and wired to, examine everything? But here it says love, or the nature of love, it trusts all things. Very confident. Love is very confident.
Yes.
And then it says, thereby, love transcends what? All things. Meaning what? That love has the capacity to rise above anything that arises in our life. Rise above. So tonight, as we get into our Truly Light lesson, we want to talk about love tonight. I have a conversation about it. It cannot be exhausted. We would have to live many lifetimes in order to exhaust the subject of love.
Yes.
Because love is endless. There's a song called what? Endless love.
Oh, yes.
Love is everything, everywhere. It even goes to biblical reference to where they say what even God is what? God is love. And so you can't put any higher allegiance or quality to an idea as we can put that to the word of love. In fact, it says God and love are synonymous. And so tonight we're going to just have some conversation around the subject of love. And we're going to be coming from not only our experience, but we're going to be coming from a transformative point of view as well. We're going to be coming from a spiritual point of view.
Hey, do you know what time it is?
Yes.
Look what time it is.
What time is it?
Look what time it is. Pull it up.
Oh, do we know what time it is?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Do y'all know what time it is? Let's see if we can pull up and see what time it is.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. You're supposed to.
Would you look at the time? It's tax time. You already know H&R Block does taxes, but here's what you may not know when you file with H&R Block, like how you can get expert help in person or virtually. Plus, our tax pros average 10 years of experience. You can even request to work with the same tax pro every year, and your biggest possible refund is always guaranteed. No one offers more ways to help with your taxes than H&R Block. At H&R Block, help is here.
Come and gone. So hopefully
It was Monday.
you either completed them or you filed for an extension. And yours truly here. I got mine in right in the 11th hour.
Skin of his teeth, people.
Yes.
Skin of his teeth.
And it was really a great experience
But
for me this time.
if you still need some tax help,
Yes.
Chris is available.
Chris is still available,
Yes.
and he also provides other tax services other than tax preparation. So if you own a business, or if you need tax advice anytime during the year, Chris is always there for us.
Yes.
And we appreciate Chris for being one of our
Yes, we
grand
do.
supporters.
Yes.
So tonight we're talking about love.
Looks like we're gonna just get started.
Yes.
With love.
We're going to get started with love because, again, love is not something really that can be defined.
No. This is another one of our favorite topics.
Another one of our favorite topics.
Love, forgiveness.
Yeah, because this is kind of what, really been the story of our life.
Yeah. Love, forgiveness, and fun.
Yes, love, forgiveness, and fun. And you're exactly right. Those are the things that brought us together. Those are the things that keep us together. And so when we look at the word love, I mean, all of us have had some experience with the idea of love. All of us have been conditioned based on our experience with love. And some of us, like all of us, have come to the conclusion at some point that we didn't know what love was. That was our conclusion. That was my personal experience. I came to the conclusion that I didn't know what love was. I really didn't. And that was part of my journey. And that was a part of the motivation that I had that caused me to have a desire to know something. I felt like something that I didn't know was causing the frustration in my life. It was causing me not to experience my best self.
Yes.
And I have since found out that the missing piece was love.
Yes.
The missing piece was love. I didn't really know what it was. So I felt like I was playing with love, playing at it. And most humanity does. That's what we play at it because there's no handbook for it, right? And so we always like to start out, by going to our good friend Marion, but we didn't go to Marion this time.
Miriam.
Miriam.
Miriam Webster.
We actually went to Webster New World College Dictionary to see what Webster had to say. You want to share with?
Well, Miriam is Webster. So
Okay,
yeah,
well,
yeah. Okay, so this is from Webster's New World College Dictionary, and this is how they define. This is some of the descriptions of definitions for love. It is a deep and tender feeling or affection for or attachment or devotion to a person or persons. It's an expression of one's affection. It's a feeling of brotherhood and goodwill towards other people. It is a strong liking for or interest in something. A strong can be passionate affection for one person, affection of one person for another person, based in part on sexual attraction.
wow.
Wow.
So Webster had a lot to say about love, and
Yeah.
when it described it in different ways in terms of most of it had to do with personal relationships, but then it also described it as an expression on affection for something. It doesn't have to necessarily be a person, but when we love football
Yes.
or we love cheese, and we use that word kind of like, as an all-encompassing way to describe the way that we feel about people, places, and things.
Yes. Because it says it's a feeling of brotherhood and goodwill toward other people.
Yes.
Which is another.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then we know that there's the affectionate love that humanity have for one another, deep, intimate love. Then there's the love of the game. So the word is kind of used all encompassing.
I'm so proud of you that you didn't put the golf swing up
Oh,
when you did that. Very
and
proud
so
of you.
yeah, so tonight, but we're going to look at it from a transformative perspective as well as from a spiritual awareness perspective. Even there are scriptural references for love, and some are very popular. We're gonna run through a few of those. All of us probably become aware of some of these. It's in 1 John 4:6, it says God is love. So in the Bible, it equates love and God as the same entity or the same being or the same self. And it says God is love, and he that dwelleth in love dwelleth in God, and God in him.
Yes.
And then there's another popular, we know this one's very popular, is that God so what? God so loved the world that he gave.
That he gave.
So here it's saying that the nature of love is what? Is to give or to extend itself. That love gives.
Yeah,
and that was John 3:16,
3:16.
which all of us are familiar with that one. And then there's another passage of scriptures in John 4:17. And it says, the last part of that scripture says, and everyone that loveth, that word loveth means what? Continue to love. Like it's a habitual. It's a habitual exercise. Everyone that loveth is born of God and knoweth God. And so here the scripture is saying that that humanity is born of God, or born of love. And that those that are born of love knoweth love. And I like that part because it kind of gets to where we're trying to move this conversation. And where we're trying to move this conversation is to the place where an understanding that love is what we are. That love is not something that we try to obtain, or love is not something that we necessarily practice, but love is exactly a part of our essential self or our essential nature.
It is our essential self, not
Oh,
a part.
it is.
It is our essential self.
Right.
It is our
Right.
essential
Yeah.
nature.
And therefore we also, as we heard from some of the speakers today, they were equating awareness with love. It's being synonymous with love,
Yes.
which is all encompassing. That love is everywhere presence. In fact, the Course in Miracles talks about that it is our one purpose to be here while we're here is to remove the blocks, what, to the awareness of what love's presence.
Of love's presence.
And that love
remove the
presence
blocks.
is also
Repeat that. To remove
to
the blocks.
remove the blocks to the
To the
awareness of love
love's
presence. So
presence.
what it's saying in there is that love is everywhere. Love is omnipresent.
Omnipresent.
And so we can again say that love is synonymous with God, or we can say that love is synonymous with our own real true identity.
Yes.
That the real you is love. Remember, we say truly the real you loves you. Why? Because the
Because
real you is love. So who we really are at our core essence is love, is awareness, is consciousness. It's all what? Synonymous. And so
It's all synonymous.
it's all synonymous.
You said synonymous.
Synonymous.
It's all us.
It's all us,
It's
man.
all us.
It's all encompassing. Love is all encompassing, meaning there's nothing outside of love. Like when we talk about awareness, the one thing that we're sure of, we may not know why we are here, but we are sure that we are what? That we exist, that we are aware, that we are conscious. That's what makes us like life itself. And within that awareness and consciousness is love itself. Is not only a part of it, but it is the same as the awareness itself. But so when we talk about love, again, we just talk about it. We can't exhaust it. And I've already said that love cannot truly be defined. And what I am learning and what I've heard, and it makes sense to me, that love is the experience of who we are. Is that when we realize the real you or our true self, the one self that we all share, that when we really come to have that direct experience of that, that's what love is.
Yes.
It's the experiencing of yourself. Or like awareness, you've heard some of the speakers say what awareness can only experience itself. It doesn't need what objects, it doesn't need experience, it doesn't need what events or activity. But that love or awareness itself, it doesn't need any expression. It knows itself. And it experiences itself. And so when we from our place of form, because it's also said that what we are love and form.
Yes.
We are the expression, or we are the demonstration, or the substance, or the evidence of love and form. That's who we are. That's what our life, in its truest self, that's what it represents. And it cannot be altered. We can ignore the reality that we're love. We can ignore the reality that we're what? Awareness. But what we can't do is change it.
Yes.
And we can't rearrange it. Because, and I'm going to share a few other ideas about love that will help support what we're saying.
Or do we want to handle that next week?
Oh, do we need to work next week? Why are we out of time?
Well, we are very close to being out of time.
Oh wow, we got 4 minutes.
And
can I make a couple more points?
You can make a couple.
Let me make a few more points. So what we want to really, one takeaway tonight for us to understand is that we want to share is that we are love. That we were all created by love. And love created what like it's only can create like itself. Love doesn't make. Love takes itself and extends itself. And that which it extends, it calls creation. So what it extends is never separate from itself.
Mhm.
And you've heard Yolanda talk about the universal principle that says what everything what produces after its own
Every
kind.
seed
Every
produces
seed produces after its own
after its
kind.
own.
So all of us. When I say all of us, I mean all of humanity. In reality, we were all born what? Born from the reality of love.
Oh my goodness.
And that is what we are. That is who we are. In our this and in this opportunity that we have with this life that we have the opportunity to extend that love outward. And when we extend that love outward, that is the human experience of love. And you all know what I mean. When we make that choice to extend our true nature of love, which is what, like we said, which is what, which embraces all things, which allows all things, which trusts all things, and transcends all things. Love is very confident. Love knows what it can't be changed, it can't be altered, it can't be hurt. And when we walk in our true self, the real you, we come to a reality that in reality we can't be hurt when we walk in love. I like the scripture that says, "Everyone what that knoweth God knoweth love," and everyone that's born of God what is born of love.
Yes. There is a passage in A Course in Miracles that says, "Nothing can destroy truth." And that is the same thing for love.
Right. Nothing
Truth
can.
and love are,
Nothing can.
can be synonymous as
Right.
well. So
Not,
nothing can destroy love.
nothing can destroy love.
Even though we talk about, I no longer have love for that person, or the love I have for that person, nothing can destroy.
Nothing can
love.
destroy love. And love.
Because in order for love to be destroyed, that means that we would all have to be destroyed.
Yes.
And we're not.
And like the conference said, and I'm gonna end up here. The
Yes.
conference. The title of the conference is "Know Thyself." And why did they use that title? Because we realize that that is the answer to all humanity's dilemma.
Mhm.
It is because a lack of the knowing of love that humanity gets caught up into participating in loveless acts
Yes.
because they're not aware that we all share the same love.
Yes.
We all share the same being, that we're all is inextricably, how do you use that word? Linked.
Inextricably.
We are inextricably linked together by the love that we are. Thank you, honey. See, I got her here to pronounce these big words for us, but Justin doesn't want us to use big words because he wants our audience, he wants us to keep it simple for his millennial friends.
That's not what he said. That is not what he said. That is not what he said. So don't put that on Justin.
So it is love that we are. That is who we are. It's not what we do.
Yes.
It is love for who we are. But we're going to have to cut this conversation short, and we knew that because Yolanda has to host a session tonight at what 8:30.
Yes, and I have to be on at 8:15.
And she needs to be on 8:15. So we're going to have
Oliver
to.
likes to go over.
And I just love to talk about love because that is what I am. That's who I am. And
so we'll get into
we'll get into it next week.
more
Next week, yes, we'll have part 2 of this message. We haven't even got off the first page of our notes here. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining us for episode 38. And we're going to also share our blessing tonight.
Yes.
We don't want to forget that.
Yes. So we use the loving kindness meditation by the Dalai Lama, and we use it as a blessing. So we bless all who join with us and those that you hold near and dear in your heart.
So may you be truly happy.
May you live in peace.
May you live in love.
May you know the power of forgiveness.
And may you live in the recognition that your life has good meaning and deep purpose.
That's from the Dalai Lama. And then Oliver and I add, may you live in the awareness of who you truly are. We extend this blessing to every being that's on the planet. And so it is.
And so it is. And with that being said, my name is Oliver,
I'm Yolanda.
and we are the OK,
OK
Blues.
I know I have not always been what you want me to be. Even at times I pushed your sweet love away, but you stay right here beside me, never letting me go. Now I know the love I needed was right here all along. I know that love to forgive all the hurt and pain. Love is enough to ignore all you can change. Love is enough to make up for what you made. I know the love is enough. God's love is